people who will sell them. 40 cars, including a 1924 Marmon, a Rolls-Royce, an Aston Martin, 9 Mercedes, a Ferrari, Jaguar, Porsche, 9 Cadillacs, all of them in a collection to be auctioned off Sunday, June 21st in Nokomis, Illinois. The cars are part of the estate of the late Jesse C. Bremer, and ironically, the collection includes the car in which the 80-year-old Mr. Bremer was fatally injured in September of 1980. Bremer was an engineer who was involved in the construction of the old Sportsman's Park ballpark in St. Louis. He was a road builder who owned and operated various quarries, cement plants, and lumber yards in the Litchfield, Hillsborough, Illinois area. The cars were one of several hobbies he enjoyed. When he died, it was decided to auction the cars off. But there was one small problem. Jesse often bought cars on impulse, and not all of them were properly registered. His attorney, Ralph Vanderveer, couldn't find titles for 22 of the cars. Of course, with no title, no sale. After months of effort, Vanderveer and the Illinois Secretary of State Jim Edgar and State Senator John Davidson finally cleared up all the legal problems. Edgar visited Nokomis to deliver the new titles to Bremer's widow. We talked with Edgar, Vanderveer, and Imogene Bremer.
And it took a lot of time on both the part of the attorney for the estate and our people, tracking down the titles, the right papers, the right numbers off of the automobiles, because things have changed a lot since especially this 1929 vehicle was purchased. So it's...
wanted to make sure John Dillinger hadn't used it or something. Right.
Yeah? Well, it's important today. I think all states keep very close watch on their titles, because that's really the best way to prove if an automobile is stolen or not. So we have a very strict procedure we go through before we will issue a new title or update a title. So it was important that we had some of our people down here to go over these automobiles to make sure everything, not that we suspected anything here was stolen, but it is a somewhat of a complicated procedure. Yeah. And so, but this is a very unusual case.
Everything Jeff did well. I tell you, you think this is a collection. He's had other collections that I'm not going to tell you about. But he did have collections, and everything he did real well. Now, his automobiles here, they aren't just picked at random. For example, that Eldorado over there, it's a four-door Eldorado. Only 1 year did they ever make it. It's also has stainless steel tops. Only 1 year did they ever do that. That Cadillac over there, as you see, that was 1 year Cadillac authorized a manufacturer in Italy to make Cadillacs. That Cadillac was manufactured in Italy. And Jeff was he was a heck of a businessman.
He was a nut. Oh. He was an automobile bug.
He liked cars, huh? Well, would he just see one and then say, hey, I like that car and buy it? Or was it the particular kinds of cars he went out and looked
for? Well, he went for the best, the unusual.
Mm-hmm. Why so many?
Well, that was just his way of doing it. I don't know. That was his nature. He loved automobiles.
Did he have a plan of anything to do with them, or was he thinking of a museum or showing?
No, just his own pleasure. He got pleasure out of that, and that was all.
Mm-hmm. Was he generally that way? Was he that kind of robust man that would go out if he liked something, just went out and did it and got it done?
Well, yes, I would say so. He was his own man, and he did what he wanted to, and that was it. It was just a hobby of his. I can't understand. Describe what I mean. I put up with it. I enjoyed it, too. There was a lot of them that I drove and enjoyed them.
Mrs. Bremer's a charming woman. That auction's coming up June 21st. Nokomis, Illinois is about an hour and a half drive up from St. Louis, up 55 to Litchfield. Get off on Litchfield, just go east on that road, and when you get to Nokomis, you stop and ask about the auction.
You might want to stay in Litchfield.